Testing. 1, 2, 3, test. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Inverness Raceway 7-dash card on tap here this afternoon. You want to check the program. We'll go over the changes for this afternoon's card of racing. In the first, number 5, Miss Chili Pepper. Your driver is Mr. Danny Gillis. Danny Gillis on the 5, Miss Chili Pepper in the first. Over to race 2, first and the early daily double, number 5, Free Proof. Equipment change goes from a closed to a can't see back bridle. That'll push us over to race number 3, equipment change on the 1, Lion Swift. He goes from a closed and he adds a Swedish blind. Number 4, Makes Me Stupid. He adds a hood with caps. Adds a hood with caps on the 4, Makes Me Stupid. That's in race number 3. Over to the 4th, number 6, Cruising Again. Goes from closed to an open bridle. Race number 5, it goes as programmed. Over race number 6, number 3, Betty White. Equipment change off of the hook with cups, and he goes to a closed bridle, and he adds a bird pole on the right hand side. Number 6, Highway of Heroes in the 6, pencil in your driver, Mr. Redmond Dusek. Race number 7, winners over, they go for first $2,000, and a field of 6, What's Up Doc? Scores on the rail. From 2, Sure Game. 3 is La Playa Dale, 4, Talks and Smack, East Coast Invader, and Windermere Best Man. Rounds out 6. Winners over for 2,000. That's in the 7th. Correct time of day showing on the board at 12:36. 1 o'clock is post time for the first. Correct time of day on the board at 12:46. 1 o'clock is post time for the first. In the first, number 5, Miss Chili Pepper. Penciling the driver, Mr. Danny Gillis. Danny Gillis, the driver on the 5, Miss Chili Pepper. In a race number 1. Equipment change in the second. Closed, who can't see back bridle. On the 5, Free Proof. That's the first and the early daily double. And over in race number 3, second and the early double. Number 1, Lion Swift, goes from a close to a Swedish Blonde. And number 4, Makes Me Stupid. He adds a hood with cups. On parade from the lower turn are the entries. Here on the first, diameters 1 and 2. They go for a purse $1,100. On the rail, it's Blazing Caves, owned by Keith and Louis McDonnell, along with Route 19 Racing. Mr. Louis McDonnell is out. 2 Fernhill Jazz gets Rodney Gillis this afternoon for Anthony Beaton and Beverly McKinnon. Up in post 3, it's the 7-year-old Sweet Lou, Sweet Success. Redmond Doucette in the sulky for Keegan McLean and Lennon McIsaac. 4 Bank of Dad owner, trainer, driver, Mr. Tim Gillis. Miss Chili Pepper, Danny Gillis gets the call this afternoon for owner, trainer, Tim Gillis. Rounding out the field of 6, IC True Grit. Travis McLean in the sulky this afternoon for Melanie Patricia LeBlanc. Field of 6 here in the first, down to 4 minutes. 4 minutes on post time here for the first. Number 3, Sweet Success. He's in the paddock with equipment repair. So does he returns. The entries to be going to the gate. 3 minutes, post time, 3 to go. My selection here in the first, I went with the 3, Sweet Success, a 7-year-old by Sweet Lou. One-time winner this year in 2 minutes, 3/5. He busts off the gate fairly well. If he gets up front on the lead, he should be very comfortable. I went with the 3, Sweet Success, for the win. For second, I went to the 5, Miss Chili Pepper, and Danny Gillis gets the call this afternoon from trainer driver Tim Gillis. He'll drive 4 Bank of Dad. Miss Chili Pepper in 12 starts, just 2 shows to show for his 2025 season. Miss Chili Pepper up for second. For third, I went to the 6, IC True Grit, 20 starts, 2 seconds and 3 thirds. Travis McLean gets the call here this afternoon. 3, 5, and 6 my call here on the first. Favorite on the board at present time at $3.20. That is the 3, Sweet Success, and a Redmond Doucette. Sweet Success has returned now to entries. We'll be going to the gate. Your officials for this afternoon's card of racing are paddock judge Linda Gillis. Our starter is Mr. Joe Guerra. And the judges stand this afternoon. Presiding judge is Mr. Danny Dowie. Associate judges this afternoon, Danny McKinnon and Craig Mills. It's Thomas Burke on photo finish. Mr. Isaac Poirier, he's on photo patrol this afternoon. Carter McDonald is our charter. Shannon McLean is our charter. Megan McCory, track manager. I'm your track announcer, Gordy McNeil. The entries called up to the gate here for the first. The entries for the first in the hands of your starter. Entries for the first come to the top of the lane. Condition field numbers 1 until they go for 1100. Blazing K. At Lewis McDonnell, Fernhill Jazz, and Rodney Gillis. Sweet Success, Redmond Dukes, Bancadat. Timmy Gillis, Miss Chili Pepper, Danny Gillis, I See True Grit. Travis McLean. Field of 6 comes to the top of the lane. Gate picks up speed. Off and racing in Sweet Success. Heads out for the lead up here on the outside. That is Miss Chili Pepper. To pop in 2-hole. Up here in third, that is Fernhill Jazz. For the outside, I See True Grit. Driving up in 5, that is Bancadat. In the backfield, it's Blazing Case. Everybody has a seat now, passing the opening quarter, and at $3.30 on the board. That is 7-year-old Sweet Success in rain to Redmond Doucette, past an opening quarter of 30-1. Up here second, Miss Chili Pepper. Third, that is I See True Grit. Blazing K comes from the back. He's going to pop in that 4-hole, approaching the half-mile. On toward the half, Sweet Success, up front by 1/2 second. Miss Chili Pepper, third, I See True Grit. 4 on the outside, that is Bancadat, Blazing Case. Then Fernhill Jazz, 1 minute, 2 fast. They're up the backside. And the 3/4 up and coming now, and Sweet Success still up front on the lead, driving second, Miss Chili Pepper. Third, I See True Grit. Here's Blazing Case, the 2-year-old, by the big OKs. In rain to Lewis McDonnell, charging up here on the outside. He looks game, heading towards that 7/8 turn. Sweet Success is going to get a challenger here. 1:30-4 past 3/4. Sweet Success is going to bring him on home in the middle of the racetrack. That is 2-year-old Blazing Case. And a racing through the lane, Sweet Success brings them on home. Here's Blazing K's up for second. Third, that's Miss Chili Pepper. Sweet Success goes wire to wire. The public's choice at $3.30. Race winning track. 2 minutes, 1/5 here in the first. Unofficially, 3, 1, 5, and 6, Sweet Success. The winner, Blazing K, second. Miss Chili Pepper, third. IC True Grit finished out 4. 3, 1, 5, and 6 unofficially. Unofficially, from the lower turn, heading into the Denmark Acres Water Circle. 7-year-old be Pacey gelding by Sweet Lou at the Arts Place mare Arctan. By Keegan McLean at Inverness. Lennon McKayset does the training. Redmond Dukesat in the sulky. Wire to wire, 2 minutes, 1/5. Here's 7-year-old Sweet Success. And the first official, Blazing Case, was second. Fernhill Jazz was 6. Sweet Success, the winner, Bank of Dan, was 5. Was Chili Pepper was 3, and IC True Grit finished out 4. 30 and 1, minute and 2, 1:30 and 4, 2 minutes, 1/5. Top the program, 26153, then 4 on the bottom. 2 minutes, 1/5. 7-year-old Sweet Success, 3:30, 2:10 at 2:10. The 1. Blazing K's, 3:20 to 3:40. The show, the 5. Miss Chili Pepper, $2.10 exact at 3 and 1. It came back $29.40. 3 and 1, that exact at $29.40 track combination. It was 3, 1, and 5, and a 3, 1, 5 track returned $44.40. Up and coming here in the second. The 5 free proof equipment change goes from closed to can't see back bridle. And over in race number 3, second and the early double. Number 1, Line Swift. Equipment change goes from a closed to a Swedish blind bridle. And number 4, Makes Me Stupid. He adds a hood with cups, adds a hood with cups on 4, Makes Me Stupid. 1:22 post time, 12 minutes post time for the second. Megan, phone the judges stand, please. Megan, phone the judges stand, please. The entries for the second, moving down the backside on towards Post Parade. Introducing the field here in the second from the lower turn, number 601. Last five also eligible. $5,000 claiming. Field of six, they go for purse 1,300. On the rail, it's Rankinville Seamus, 7-year-old vintage master, owner, trainer, driver, Sandy Beal. GG's Fireball, he had a post two. Owner trained by Gussie McLean. Mr. Travis McLean is up. Up here in post three, it's AB's Future, a 12-year-old driven to win stud. Owned by G.G. Stone and Max Stable, Bernie McDonald trains. Mr. Rodney Gillis in the sulky. For Dirty Bobby, a 5-year-old Penn Sway, Andy Stewart shares ownership with the driver Redmond Doucette. Lennon McIsaac does the training. Up in post five, it's Free Proof, goes from a close to a can't see back bridle this afternoon, owned by Route 19 Racing. Mr. Lewis McDonald's up. Out here on the outside, it's Laurie Merchandise, a 4-year-old sports rider mare, by Dion Gillis, Mr. Ambrose Gillis. In the sulky, field of six here in the second, first and the early double. Quinella, Triactive in place and show wagering. Down to 5 minutes, 5 to give. Favorites showing on the board at present time. That's the two JG's Fireball. He's at $5.20. A couple of them very close. Rankinville Seamus is at $5.40. Dirty Bobby's at $5.70. A well-bet board here. Longest shot being the 3. EB's Future, he's at $35.20 on the board. We're down to 3 minutes now, 3 to go. It's your last chance at the windows. The entries have been called to the gate. Favorite on the board at $4.60. Right in front of us, that's 2 JG's Fireball, a 3-time winner this year. For owner trainer Gussie McLean out of Port Hood, he's a 7-year-old image of Don Mare. Son Travis McLean is in the sulky here this afternoon. Entries called up to the gate. Entries in the hands of your starter. Happy birthday wishes going out. Happy 10th birthday to Jordan Blackwood. Celebrating a birthday here this afternoon. And Elliot Smith on the 9th. Elliot Smith has a birthday coming up on the 9th. Entries for the second. Come to the top of the stretch condition field. Number 601, also eligible, $5,000 claiming Rankinville Seamus. JG's Fireball, AB's Future Dirty Bobby. Free Proof and Lowry Merchandise round out the field of 6. They're all on gate. Gate picks up speed. Down off the gate to win, JG's Fireball. Heads out for the lead, Rankinville Seamus. Second in at the rail, third on the outside, that is AB's Future. All toward the opening quarter now in JG's Fireball. He's up front on the lead. AB's Future, second on the outside, and yielding Rankinville Seamus takes back in 3 from 4. It's Dirty Bobby. Free Proof is 5 in the backfield. That is Lowry Merchandise, stretched out single file, passing the stable turn, the opening time, past that opening quarter in 29 4/5. Up front on the lead, it's JG's Fireball. Second is AB's Future. Rankinville Seamus will be peeking to the outside shortly, approaching the half mile. Here comes Dirty Bobby on the outside, Rankinville Seamus. Stay pat in at the rail. JG's Fireball up front. That Dirty Bobby first up, second on the outside, past a half, 101 and 2. AB's Future is third. Free Proof drives the second over cover and 4 in at the rail, grabbing on. That is Rankinville Seamus, then Damn Lucky in the backfield, but JG's Fireball is quite game up front on the lead for Travis McLean. Dirty Bobby is second, AB's Future is third, Free Proof. He's up in 4. From 5, Rankinville Seamus, then Damn Lucky, 131 and 1. Past that 3/4, they're off the top turn. The drive through the lane remains. JG's Fireball is trying to go wire to wire for Travis McLean. Dirty Bobby on the outside. AB's Future in at the rail. Here's Free Proof on the far outside. JG's Fireball. Up to win it for second, AB's Future. A photo for third between the 4. A Dirty Bobby and the 5. Free Proof. 2 minutes, 2/5. JG's Fireball here on the second. Unofficially on the board, 2, 3, 4, and 5. JG's Fireball, the winner. AB's Future was second. Dirty Bobby was third, and Free Proof finished up fourth. Show photo will be up momentarily. Back from the lower turn. Winner here in the second, 7-year-old. Bay-pacing mare by Image of Dawn at the Too Funny for Words mare, Acting Normal. This horse was bred by Jamie McKinley. He had a Prince Edward Island. He's owned and trained by Gussie McLean out of Port Hood. Travis McLean in the sulky. He goes wire to wire, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. Fourth win on the season, win number 19 overall. JG's Fireball here in the second. And the second official, Rankinville Seamus was 5, JG's Fireball, whatever. AB's Future was second, Dirty Bobby was third. Free Proof was 4, and Lori Merchandise 6, 29 and 4. 101 and 2, 130, 1 and 1, 2 minutes, 2 fifths, top the program. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 6 on the bottom, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. JG's Fireball, $6.20, $3, $3.40. Placed 3, AB's Future, $3.80 at $2.50. Show the 4, Dirty Bobby, $2.20. 2, 3, 4, try, $33 and 30 cents, $33.30. For the try combination, 2, 3, and 4. Quinella combination, 2 and 3, or 3 and 2. $8.40. Up and coming in the third equipment change on the one Lion Swift. Goes from a close to a Swedish blind bridle. Number 4 makes me stupid. Adds a hood with caps. $50.50 on sale in the Parimutuel. 50-50 on the sale in the pari-mutuel will draw upon completion of race number 6. Here are the entries. Here in the third line, Swift on the rail, Redmond Doucette for J.J. McDonald and Lenny Hanscombe. 2 is Galway Bay. Motor trainer driver Monica Sutherland. 3 J.J. Scarlett in front of you. By Anthony Beaton, Beverly McKinnon, Rodney Gillis is out. Here's the 4 Makes Me Stupid. 14-year-old by Artificial. By the Max Webster stable and Mary McQuarrie, John McDougall in the sulky. 5 JJ's Knight's Image, Campbell McIsaac this afternoon. For Eileen Beaton, here's the 6 Woodmere Novak. By Angela MacArthur, Angus McQuarrie, and the driver Zach Mullins. And rounding out the field, number 7, Zero Stress Nora, 10-year-old Western Paradise mare. Only trained by Melanie Patricia LeBlanc this afternoon. Mr. Travis McLean is out. Field of 7 here in the third, Exacta Triac at win place and show wagering. Entries go to the gate in 5 minutes. Favorite on the board at the present time, that's the one Lion Swift. And Redmond Doucette, he's at $5.30. I went against the favorite here in the third. I went to the 2 Galway Bay. A 2-year-old by Somewhere Fancy, all trained. Monica Sutherland, she's in the sulky, a 2-time winner this year as a 2-year-old. Paced the Inverness Oval in 2-1 and 1/5. I got her penciled in for the win. She's at $28.40 showing on the board. For second, I went to the 4, Makes Me Stupid, a 14-year-old artificial owned by Max Webster. And the trainer, Mary McQuarrie. John McDougall is in the sulky. And for third, I went to the rail entry, Lion Swift, a 5-year-old by Stay Hungry, a 2-time winner this year. 58 4/5. Redmond Doucette is in the sulky. 2, 4, and 1. My call here for the third. Good luck with yours. Down to 3 minutes on post, 3 minutes post time. Longest shot on the board at $62.60. A Zero Stress Nora. Zero Stress Nora and Lion Swift can get off of the gate for Redmond Doucette. He'll use that rail advantage. And Zero Stress Nora and Travis McLean. He'll try to go nose to helmet heading into that first turn. Two minutes, post time. Entries here in the second, in the hands of your starter. Favorite on the board as we go to post at $5.40. That's the rail entry. Lion Swift, two-time winner this year in reign of Redmond Doucette. Entries moving on the stable turn. Condition field numbers 301 last 5. They go for purse. $1,150. Field of 7, Lion Swift down the rail. Out of Redmond Doucette, Galway Bay. Yeah, 2-year-old by Somewhere Fancy and Monica Sutherland. JJ Scarlett and Rodney Gillis Makes Me Stupid, John McDougall. JJ's Night's Image, Campbell McIsaac on the outside, Woodmere Novak, a 2-year-old Bet the Moon, a 2-time winner this year. For Zach Mullins in the backfield at 0, Stress No Rob. Field of 6 comes to the top of the lane here at the Inverness Raceway on Cape Breton Island. Sunday afternoon racing down off the Gateway in Lion Swift. Heads out for the lead. Second on the outside, JJ Scarlett, third in at the rail. That is Galway Bay quickly up here on the outside, Makes Me Stupid, and John McDougall up toward the opening quarter down, Lion Swift, 5-year-old by Stay Hungry. He wants to set the fractions, tightening up there in second. That is JJ Scarlett, the 4, Makes Me Stupid. Hooked out to drive, third the outside, Galway Bay. He's back 3 lengths. In 4, yeah, the 5-0 Stress Nora. Then JJ's Night's Image and Woodmere Novak 29 1/5. Past that opening station and Lion Swift. Up front, Makes Me Stupid. Gets in the 2-hole there, up third the outside. That is Galway Bay. 4 in at the rail, it's JJ Scarlett, 0 Stress Nora. Drives that second over cover. JJ's Night's Image and Woodmere Novak is towed up into it. He's driving third over for Zach Mullins, 58 4/5. He looks like he has some horse in the backfield there too. Heading up down, passing here 3/4 down. And a Galway Bay. Up here on the outside, Lion Swift is second. Up here third, 0 Stress Nora. Woodmere Novak's on that far outside for Zach Mullins. Here's Galway Bay, bringing him on home. 1:30 2/5. Past the 3/4, Lion Swift is second. 0 Stress Nora is third, and Woodmere Novak is coming. They're racing through the lane, and here is 2-year-old Galway Bay. Up here for second, Lion Swift, Woodmere Novak on the far outside. 2:01 4, Galway Bay here in the third. Unofficially, 2-1, 6 and 7, Galway Bay. The winner, Lion Swift, was second. Woodmere Novak, third, and 0 Stress Nora finished up 4, 2-1, 6 and 7, unofficially here in the third. And again to the Denmark Acres Water Circle, 2-year-old big piece of gelding by Somewhere Fancy. And the betters, Delight Mare Frenzy, Debbie Ramsey at a Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Did breeding on this 2-year-old, owned, trained, and driven by Miss Monica Sutherland. He had a Port Hood 201 4/5, third win on the season. Here's 2-year-old Galway Bay. And the third official, Lion Swift was second, Galway Bay the winner. JJ Scarlett was 7, Makes Me Stupid 6. JJ's Night's Image was 5. Woodmere Novak 3 and 0. Stress Nora finished out 4. 29 and 1, 58 and 4, 130 and 2. Race winning trip 201 and 4. Top of the program it should read 217653. Then 4 on the bottom, 201 and 4/5, third win on the season, 2-year-old Galway Bay. And Monica Sutherland, 1170, 380 and 270. Placed the 1 Lion Swift, 280 and 210. The show the 6 Woodmere Novak, $2.10. Exact combination 2 and 1. It came back $11. Tracked combination 2, 1 and 6, $90.20. And the daily double. Pair of deuces 2 and 2. That came back $63 even. We're at the midway point of our program here this afternoon. Equipment change here in the 4th. Number 6, Cruising Again, goes from a closed to an open bridle. If you're just arriving, we'll go over the remainder of the changes on this afternoon's card of racing. Nothing in race number 5. Over in race number 6, equipment change on the 3, Betty White. Off with the Hoodwood Cup, she goes to a closed bridle and puts a burr pole on the right-hand side. Number 6, Highway of Heroes in the 6. Pencil in the driver, Mr. Redmond Dusack. And a race number 7, our feature, Water's Over, goes for $2,000. And the entries are going as programmed. 11 minutes, post time on the 4th. On parade from the lower turn, the entries here in the fourth. Down winner 601, last 5 off, so eligible. $5,000 claiming, field of 7, they go for purse. 1,300, here's Eastward Old Fun, a 9-year-old Westward Old Hanover. By the G.G. Stone and Max Stable. Bernie McDonald conditions. Danny Gillis is in the sulky. Up in post 2, it's Aiden's Luck, an 8-year-old by Sir Luck, owned by Route 19 Racing. Mr. Lewis McDonnell out. Redmond Doucette is the owner-driver of the 3-1 Candan. Lennon Kaiser trains the 4 GG's. Jumanji is Travis McLean. For owner-breeder trainer, Gussie McLean, the 5 Whistler. Owner-trainer-driver Sandy McNeil. Here's the 6 cruising again. Rodney Gillis for It Must Be Noon Somewhere Stable. DF for Beaten Trains. And I'm rounding out the field. Here's number 7, Custard's Dungeon, a 9-year-old. Custard the Dragon Stud. By James and James Struthers Jr. Zach Mullins is in the sulky. Field of 7 here for the first. They go for purse 1,300, 5 minutes. Our 50-50 on sale in the parimutuel area will draw upon completion of race number 6. My selection here in the 4th, and everybody's selection apparently, at $3.40. At $3.40, it's 3-1 Candan, a 3-year-old Arthur Blue Chip colt. 10 starts this year. He's a 3-time winner. He picks the Inverness Oval in a beaten mark at the time. 2 minutes. Motor drivers Redmond Doucette, Lennon McIsaac does the training. For second, I went to the 2. Zayden's Luck, an 8-year-old by Sir Luck. He's a 2-time winner this year. He paced in 2 minutes here in Inverness. For third, I went to the 4, JG's Jumanji, 3-time winner. At a 15 starts on the season. 1 second and 2/3. He paced the Inverness Oval in 58 4/5. He'll be charging off the gate also for Travis McLean. A very competitive field here in the 4th. My call here in the 4th is 3, 2, and 4. Eastward Old Fun. Racing in the $5,000 claiming. He was up as high as $7,000. He's a 5-time winner this year, 59 2/5. Capable Danny Gillis in the sulky and scoring on the rail. He'll be one to be contended with. He's at $11 and 30 cents showing on the board. Whistler's a 2-time winner this year, 2 minutes. Cruising again, a 2-time winner. Custard's Dungeon is a 4-time winner. He's paced at 58 3/5. 3, 2, and 4, my call here in the 4th. Down to 2 minutes now, 2 to go. The entries are going to the gate. Entries for the fourth in the hands of your starter. Favorite on the board at $4.30, one can Dan. Adam Redmond Dooksad at $6.10. In the backfield, it's Custard's Dungeon and Zach Mullins. Field of 7 heads to the top of the lane. Condition field downwater 601, also eligible. $5,000 claiming. Eastward Old Fun. Zayden's Luck, one can Dan, GG's Jumanji, Whistler, cruising again. In the backfield, it's Custard's Dungeon. Field of 7 to contest the fourth here at the Inverness Raceway. Gate picks up speed. They're off and racing in a one can Dan. Charges out along with Eastward Old Fun and at the rail. And a one can Dan. On the outside, looks for the lead from the one Eastward Old Fun up toward that opening quarter. In third at the rail, it's Custard's Dungeon, Zayden's Luck. Pops back in the 4-hole. You to 5, GG's Jumanji. And then Whistler and cruising again. One can Dan. It took him to the opening quarter to get to the pylons. He's starting to stretch out now. That 3-year-old Arthur Blue Chip, one can Dan. That's that opening quarter in 28 2/5. Second is Eastward Old Fun. He stretched him out. Third is Custard's Dungeon. Zayden's Luck is 4. He had a 5, GG's Jumanji. He's nosing to the outside in 5. Whistler's going to follow him and then cruising again. We're on towards the 5/8 turn and 1 can Dan. He's up front, 58, by that a half mile. Up toward the 3/4, Eastward Old Fun. He peeked to the outside. He goes back in there now. Then up third on the outside, here's JG's Jumanji. Custard's Dungeon. Zayden's Luck is going to wait, and he's going to follow JG's Jumanji, I would think, towards the 7/8 turn, but he's starting to fade also. One can Dan, 128 3/5, past 3/4. Eastward Old Fun takes a look to the outside. Custard's Dungeon, he's going to be forced to go 3 wide. Through the lanes, one can Dan. He's going to go wire to wire up here for second. That's the 1. Eastward Old Fun. Custard's Dungeon is third. One can Dan, 158 3/5. Here in the fourth. There's a judge's inquiry on the dash, heading into the first turn and at the 7/8 turn. The judges will have a look and we'll have the verdict momentarily. Unofficially on the board, it's 3-1, 7-2. One Can Dam the winner. Eastwood Old Fun was second. Custard's Dungeon third. And Zayden's Luck finished up 4. 3-1, 7-2. It's unofficial. A reminder, please hold all tickets till official results have been given. And unofficially from the lower turn, a 3-year-old Be Colt by Arthur Blueched, and the Stonebridge Regal Mare, Winston Lisa, Michael Cleary at a Montague Prince Edward Diamond did the breeding. He's owned by Redmond Doucette. Redmond Doucette in the sulky. His second win on the program. Lennon McIsaac does the training. 158 3/5, third win on the season, and win number 5 overall. 158 3/5, One Can Dan out of Redmond Doucette here in the 4th unofficially. Judges checked out the first turn and the 7/8 turn, no violations of the racing rules. And the fourth official, Eastward Old Fun, was second. Zayden's Luck was 4. One can down the water, JG's Jumanji 6, Whistler 7, Cruising Again 5, and Custard's Dungeon finished out third. 28-2, 58 flat, 128-3, 158-3. One can down the winner. His 4th win on the season, 58-3 fifth, 2nd win on the program for Redmond Dooset, 420, 210, and 210. 1. Eastward Old Fun, 370, 210. Custard's Dungeon, 210. 317, Triacta, $55 even. 1-3 or 3-1. Quinella, it came back $4.40. Up and coming in the 5th, a field of 7. Nominators 855 with $7,000 claiming as an also eligible clause. They go for 1,500. Post time in 11 minutes. The entries full effect, moving down the backside on towards Post Parade. On parade from the lower turn. Entries here in the fifth. Now winners 855. Last five. Also eligible. $7,000 claiming. Field of seven. They go for first $1,500. Premier Heiress, a 4-year-old Stay Hungry mare, scores on the rail for owner, trainer, driver Ross McGinnis. Alana Peterson, the owner of the 2 Woodmere Heather M. Patricia LeBlanc trains. Monica Sutherland is in the sulky. Route 19 Racing. The owners of the 3, Sophie Sandy. Trainer driver, Lewis McDonnell. MJ Ray, a 3-year-old roll with Harry. By rider McLean, Andrew McLean is out. Fear the Shadow is Redmond Doucette for the Irish Road Stables and trainer Brian McGinnis. 6 Lofty Shadow, owned by Avery Fraser. Charles Fraser trains. Rodney Gillis is up, and here's the 7-yacht Sealster. A 10-year-old Shadow Play owned by Cole Mullins, Angus McQuarrie, Bill Basker, and James Struthers. Mr. Zach Mullins is up. Field of 7 for 1,500. 5 minutes on post. My selection here in the fifth. I went to the 3, Southfield Sandy, the $7,000 claimer. He's a 9-year-old by Western Paradise, owned by Route 19 Racing. At a Long Point, Lewis McDonnell handles the training and the driving duties. He's a 5-time winner this year, 58 1/5, very comfortable. If he's left alone on the lead, that's where I'd be expecting that Sophie Sandy is trying to head for. He's a 26-time winner overall. Lewis McDonnell and Sulky coming in from the grandstand here. For second, I went to the 4, MJ Ray, a 3-year-old roll with Harry. He's climbing up, and he's been climbing up in the ranks all summer long into the fall here. He's raced as low as nometers of 185, 301. He's up into the nometers 855. He has 5 wins this year. Paced the Inverness Oval in 201. A very handy 3-year-old roll with Harry, Andrew McLean, for Sunrider McLean. And for third, I went to the 2, Woodmere Heather M, a 5-year-old malicious mare owned by Alana Peterson at Orangedale. Patricia LeBlanc trains. Monica Sutherland in the sulky here this afternoon, a 2-time winner this year, an 18-time winner last year. 3, 4, and 2 in a very competitive field here in the fifth. Last chance at the windows. Favorite on the board at present time at $4.70. 9-year-old Soulfield Sandy. And Lewis McDonnell at $5.90. It's the 5 Fear the Shadow. And a Redmond Dooset, the longest shot on the board. That belongs to the 4. MJ Ray, he's at 99.99. My second choice here in the 5th, MJ Ray. He's now at $40.60. $40.60. At $4.10, the favorite remains Soulfield Sandy and Lewis McDonnell. The entries for the 5th are in the hands of your starter, Mr. Joe Guerra. Our 50-50 still on sale will drop after the 6th. Entry to the top of the lane here in the 5th condition field with the $7,000 claiming Premier Heiress. On the rail, Woodmere, Heather Ram, Soulfield Sandy, MJ Ray, Fear the Shadow. Lofty Shadow on the outside. In the backfield, it's Yacht Sealster. 6 on gate, 1 is late. Through the lanes at the Inverness Raceway. Down out of the gate, no end, Soulfield Sandy. Heads out for the early lead, Premier Heiress. In at the rail, a second up here, third, that is Yacht Sealster at 4. MJ Ray. And Fear the Shadow. Woodmere, Heather Ram in the backfield. That's Lofty Shadow. Stretched out single file toward the opening quarter. And the 5-time winner, Soulfield Sandy, and reigning to Lewis McDonnell. He's up front down the lead, driving second, Premier Heiress. 30-1 past that quarter, Yacht Sealster's third. MJ Ray is fourth, Fear the Shadow's 5. And Woodmere, Heather Ram. And Lofty Shadow. Precisions remain the same, no right lines. Until Yacht Sealster and Zach Mullins come to the outside, he pops out of 3, and Soulfield Sandy is asked to go on towards that 5/8 turn, Yacht Sealster. Second on the outside, driving third, Premier Heiress. 59 and 2/5. MJ Ray is fourth. Fear the Shadow, 5th the outside. Up in 6, Woodmere, Heather Ram. And then Lofty Shadow. 3/4 up and coming, stretched out here. The poker leg at Soulfield Sandy. The 9-year-old by Western Paradise. He's up front down the lead. He has 5 on Yacht Sealster, and he has 3 on Fear the Shadow. 128 2/5. Soulfield Sandy has win number 6. Under control here. The fight is going to be for second. Yacht Sealster is trying to hang on from Fear the Shadow. They're racing through lanes. Soulfield Sandy, Yacht Sealster second, very close for third between the 5, Fear the Shadow, and the 4, MJ Ray. 157 4/5, Soulfield Sandy here in the 5th. Unofficially 3-7, 5 4, Southfield Sandy. Wire to wire 157 4/5. Yacht Sealster and Zach Mullins was second. Fear the Shadow. Redmond Deuce at third. And MJ Ray and Andrew McLean finished up fourth. The photo for show will be shown on the monitors upon completion of the dash. Heading into the Denmark Acres Water Circle. The 9-year-old will be facing gelding by Western Paradise at the Camlock Mare, Frangelica. By Route 19 Racing, at a long point, Louis McDonnell trains and drives 6 win on the program. Win number 27 overall, good race winning trip. Wire to wire 157 4/5. Here's the 9-year-old Southfield Sandy. It's a 6-time winner and 15 starts this year, the fastest of the season for Southfield Sandy, 157 4. Our 50-50, we're at $1,187. $1,187. Still have time to get a ticket. They're on sale in the pari-mutuel. Will draw upon completion of the next dash. And the 5th official Premier 7 Woodmere Heather Ramp finished out 5, Southfield Sandy. The winner, MJ Ray, was 4th. Fear the Shadow 3rd, Lofty Shadow 6th. Yacht Sealster was 2nd. 30-1, 59-2, 128-2, 157-4. Top the program. 7-5-1-4-3-6, 2 on the bottom. Southfield Sandy, 360, 250, 210. Place to 7, Yacht Sealster, 420, 210. Show the 5, Fear the Shadow, 210. 3-7 Exacta, come back $20, 10 cents. 3-7-5 Try, $33.20. Equipment change over here in the 6th on the 3. Betty White off of the Woodward Cups, and he goes to a closed bridle. He also puts a bird pole on the right-hand side. Redmond Doucette up and aboard the 6 Highway of Heroes. Once again, I thank you each and every day to Ron McGilvray, distributors of Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet Olds. They provide that drag truck for our conditioning with the screen here each and every day on the Raceway. That's Ron McGilvray, 75 St. Andrews Street in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. So also a big thank you going up to Kevin Daigle. He takes care of our center field here at the Inverness Raceway during the racing season. Always keeps it in good trim. Also to our major sponsors, Barry Watson Construction Limited, Ideal Concrete, and Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating. Some of our major sponsors here at the Inverness Raceway, along with Denmark Acres. They provide the winter circle here at the Inverness Raceway during the racing season. Waiting on the entries, here are the 6 for post parade. We're down to 8 now, 8 to go. Still got a chance for a 50-50. We're at 11:87. On parade from the lower turn are the entries here in the sixth. First in the late daily double, triac to win place in show wagering. Classification non-winners of the 1,001 last five also eligible. $9,000 claimers and mares. On the rail, it's Windermere Don't Matter, Campbell McIsaac. By Malcolm McCacken, Alex Sutherland. Campbell McIsaac in the sulky, the one is Windermere Don't Matter, the two Damn Lucky. 10-year-old Ken Luck, owned by Dion Gillis, Ambrose Gillis up. The three, Betty White, owned by Darlene Brock McClellan. Zach Mullins up. Here's the four, Delightful Wine, Madison Poirier, Andrew McLean drives. The five, I Got Socks, owned by Anita Gillis. And the effort beaten, the six, Highway of Heroes, this afternoon has Redmond Doucette. For James McGinnis and other trainer Walter Walker. It's a field of six here in the sixth. And a happy birthday wishes going out this afternoon to the owner of the five, Anita Gillis, celebrating a birthday here this afternoon. I Got Socks goes for 3 in a row. Is at $2.80, the public's choice for the birthday girl, Anita Gillis, at a Judy. Last chance at the windows. Entries for the sixth condition field at the $9,000 claiming come to the top of the lane. Windermere don't matter. Scoring on the rail, Damn Lucky is 2, Betty White. He hit a 3. Delightful Wine is 4, I Got Socks. He hit a 5, the favorite at 370 on the outside, Highway of Heroes. Field of 6 comes through lane at the Inverness Raceway. Down off the gate and away, Betty White heads charging out for the lead, but Windermere Don't Matter is in at the rail. And Betty White takes over the lead. Windermere Don't Matter second, Damn Lucky is third, Delightful Wine. He had a 4, I Got Socks. Up here in 5 in the backfield, it's Highway of Heroes. Heading up toward the opening quarter and the gray. Betty White, 4-year-old Arthur Blue Chip mare. He's up front. For Zach Mullins, second. That is Windermere Don't Matter, 29 2/5. Past the opening station. Damn Lucky is third. Delightful Wine is fourth. I Got Socks, who's looking for 3 in a row here this afternoon, has come to the outside. He's flushed out Damn Lucky. He's got a good cover. He's second over. But the gray Betty White is still up front, passing the half-mile Damn Lucky. He drives first up on the sacrifice. Third in at the rail. That is Windermere Don't Matter, 59 3/5 by the half-mile. 3/4 up and coming. Betty White. Damn Lucky on the outside of Windermere Don't Matter. I Got Socks is going to have to tip out, go 3 deep. Betty White goes for it now. Heading past that 3/4, and Betty White, he's opening up on the field. He's up front by 5. Now 129 1/5 past 3/4. And Betty White is going to bring one home here. I Got Socks got some work to do because Betty White is gone. They're coming through the lanes and Zach Mullins. And Betty White up to win it. I Got Socks is second. In here for third. That is Highway of Heroes. Betty White, wire to wire. 158 4. Unofficially 3, 5, 6, and 2. Betty White, the winner. I Got Socks was second. Highway of Heroes third. Damn Lucky finished up 4. Coming back from the lower turn and enjoying a very successful 2025 harness racing season. Betty White comes back a 6-time winner in 18 starts. You do the math, that's 1 every 3rd start. Betty White is a 4-year-old. Great Racing mare by Art, the blue chip at the jet lag mare. Joanne Jack, Mackenzie Spence at a Prince Edward Island did the breeding on this 4-year-old mare. She's owned by Darlene McClellan. He had an Inverness and Brock McClellan. He had of Alberta, Zach Mullins in the sulky. 158 4/5, wire to wire. Here's Betty White. We got Zach Mullins to draw that 50-50. We'll have the winner for you momentarily. Sixth official, Winterberry don't matter, 5, Damn Lucky 4, Betty White the winner. Delightful Wine, 6, I Got Socks, 2nd, Highway of Heroes. Finished out 3rd, 29 2, 59 3, 129 1, 158 4/5. From the top, 5, 4, 1, 6, 2, then 3 on the bottom, 158 4/5. 6th win on the season, win number 12. Overall, for the 4-year-old mare, $610, $3, $210. Place the 5, I Got Socks, and the birthday girl, Anita Gillis. 290 and 240. Show the 6 Highway of Heroes, $4.80. 3-5 or a 5-3, Quinella, $4.40. 3-5 and 6 Triacta came back $75.60. Up and coming, race 7. It's the winners over. They go for $2,000. Field of 6. Entries is program. This is your go home pace. Winner of the even split this afternoon, $1,395. Jesse McLean, we're calling your number. It's a 258 number, Jesse McLean. Winner of the 50-50, $1,395. That's the Inverness of 50-50. It's the best in the Maritimes. On parade from the lower turn entries in the 7th, the winner's over for $2,000. It's the go-home pace. What's Up, Doc? Draws the rail here this afternoon, gets away from those post 6. For owner, breeder, trainer John McClellan, Redmond Doucette is in the sulky. Sure game, he hit a post 2. On a train by DFR Beaton. Mr. Rodney Gillis in the sulky. Madison Fourier is the owner-trainer out the 3 La Playa Dale. Between the wheels, it's Andrew McLean. Talks of Smack, Travis McLean in the sulky this afternoon for owner-trainer Kevin McDonald. Up here in post 5, it's East Coast Invader, an 8-year-old, Roll with Harry. Owned and bred by Todd Sutherland. Owned, trained, and driven, Monica Sutherland. And rounding out the field, scoring on the outside, My Choice. Here in the 7th, it's the 6 Windermere Best Man, a 7-year-old Malicious. Beverly McIsaac shares ownership with the trainer-driver, Mr. Danny Gillis. He's in the sulky, field of 6. Here in the 7th, a favorite on the board at the present time at $4.40. That is the 1, What's Up, Doc, and a Redmond Doucette. He's a 4-time winner. This year in 58 and 2/5, he's drawn the rail. My Choice here in the 7th is the 6, Windermere Best Man, and Danny Gillis. He'll be charging off the gate, hopefully, into that first turn. We'll see how he makes out for second. I went to the 2. A sure game. A one-time winner in 59 and 3/5 for owner-trainer DFR Beaton, Rodney Gillis in the sulky, and for third, I went to the 1, What's Up, Doc? And a Redmond Doucette racing very good, very good. In the winner's over is the 3, La Playa Dale. Andrew McLean is in the sulky. In his last 5 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a 4th. Can't beat that, La Playa Dale. He's on the board at $23.10. And it wasn't long ago we were talking about Talk Some Smack. He's a 7-time winner this year at the Inverness Raceway. He was king of the Winners Over. Is he going to come back today? A competitive field here in the 7th for the Winners Over. And your approximate daily double odds, what's up, Doc? He's the favorite at $18. Sure Gain, second favorite at $24. La Playa Deo is at $29. The three remaining horses, Talk Some Smack, East Coast Invader, and Windermere Best Man, they're all at $74. Very competitive field. Here are the Winners Over for $2,000. 2 minutes on post. Our next card of racing here at the Inverness Raceway goes post next Sunday afternoon. 1 o'clock is post time. After today, there's 3 more cards remaining on the 2025 harness racing season. Post time 1 o'clock next Sunday afternoon. Entries called up to the gate. The entries for the Winners Over in the hands of your starter, Mr. Joe Garrett. Feature race this afternoon, Winners Over. It's go home pace, $2,000. What's up, Doc? Got a Redmond Doucette scoring on the rail. He's the favorite at 5-10 as we go to post. Sure Gain and Rodney Gillis will play a Dale. At Andrew McLean, Talk Some Smack. Travis McLean, East Coast Invader. Monica Sutherland. Windermere Best Man, Danny Gillis. Field of 6, all on gate. Gate picks up speed through the lanes. They're off and racing, and Windermere Best Man heads out looking for lead. What's up, Doc? In at the rail has it. And a Windermere Best Man on the outside. What's up, Doc? Wants to chop out these fractions. Up here second, Windermere Best Man. Sure Gain is third. He hit a 4 to play a Dale, driving 5, talks some smack in the backfield. That is East Coast Invader. Everybody has a seat, and what's up, Doc? The 6-year-old hilarious Halo. He's up front down the lead, driving second. That's Windermere Best Man, 29 1/5 out here on the outside. That is Sure Gain, gonna follow him. That's got some smack. Then we'll play a day on East Coast Invader, a field of 6, and the winner's over. There's 3 in, there's 3 out. They're passing the half, and what's up, Doc? He's up front down the lead. Sure Gain is second on the outside, driving third. Windermere Best Man. Talks some smack, drives that second over cover. Pass a half of 58 4. Up towards the 3/4. Sure Gain on the outside. What's up, Doc? In at the rail is second. Windermere Best Man. Nowhere to go. Talks some smack. 4 on the outside, LaPlaya Dale. He has horse, and East Coast Invader 6. Over towards that 7/8 turn. Sure Gain, half a length, 128 4. What's up, Doc? He's coming back on here at the 7/8 turn. What's up, Doc? Is gonna bring him on home. Sure Gain is second on the outside. In at the rail, it's Windermere Best Man. He's getting through. Has he got enough? What's up, Doc? And Windermere Best Man tight on the line. The judges have called for a photo. 158 3/5. Here are the winners over. What's up, Doc? And a Redmond Duke set hung on in the winning photo. Coming back from the lower turn, heading into the Denmark Acres winner circle. 6-year-old baby scaling by Hilarious Halo at the fully loaded mare. CMR may be loaded. Owned, bred, and trained by John McCullough. Yetamabu Redmond Dooksat. Has a driving triple on the afternoon, 158 3/5. It's What's Up, Doc, 5th win on the season, with number 21. Overall, 158 3/5. What's Up, Doc? And the winner's over. Congratulations, Redmond, a driving triple on the afternoon. And the 7th official. What's up, Doc? The winner. Sure game was 4. La Playa Dale 5. Talk Some Smack was 3. East Coast Invader 6. And Windermere Best Man was 2nd. 29 and 1, 58 and 4, 128 and 4, 158 and 3. Top the program 1, 4, 5, 3, 6, then 2 on the bottom. What's up, Doc? 158 and 3/5. Redmond Dusat driving triple on the afternoon. The double came back $18.50. The exact combination was 1 and 6. That paid a hefty $64.55. 64.55, 1/6 exacta. Triacta combination, it came back 1, 6, and 4. Good ticket, $176.90, 176.90. We had one qualifier going here after the races. One qualifier. It's DC Frisco. DC Frisco for owner, trainer Sean McDonald. He's going a qualifier himself here this afternoon. So that's a wrap here at the Inverness Raceway for our 7-dash card. Our next card goes next Sunday. 1 o'clock is our post time. Until then, take your time and have a safe and pleasant drive home. Good afternoon. Just the one qualifier going here this afternoon at DC Frisco. And Sean McDonald, they come to the top of the lane.